Alright. Hey guys, it's Wolfie to the Foyer back again with on a deck profile. Today's deck profile I'm gonna do is the Fang and Critias Lair Darkness deck. I've been using the Fang and Critias Lair Darkness for as long as I can remember. I got this deck profile from Dark Arm Duels a long time ago, and some of the cards that are missing. I'm missing Garuga, Access Code Target, and IP Masquerena, but none of those don't matter to me. If I have some budget options to add to this deck, I would. So yeah, so you guys like the video so much, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That being said, let's get straight into it. First off we're gonna do is we're gonna run down the monsters. So I'm running 3 copies of Lilith. Now Lilith is one of my favorite go-to monsters of all time. She helps me search out 3 traps in my deck and then set one of them. But she can be very ashed out as possible. But I'm trying to avoid that as well. And I'm running 1 copy of Malice. Now Malice helps me tribute summon 2 monsters off the field on my field, or either on my field or my opponent's field. Because ever since I have Lair, if I have Lair Darkness on the field, I would do that. But you gotta have Lair Darkness to perform that. So yeah, and I'm running 1 copy. Sorry about that. I'm running 1 copy of Loris. Now Loris helps me target up to 3 or 6 trap cards from in my graveyard or my banished area. And she helps me draw. Helps me draw out the same number of traps that off of my deck. It's kind of like a pot extravagance effect. So yeah, and I'm running 3 copies of Tour Guide the Underworld. Now Tour Guide is one of my favorite go-to. It's also one of my favorite go-to monsters of all time. She helps me special summon a fiend type monster from my deck, but you gotta be very careful when using Tour Guide. She can get as ashed or infinite and permanent as well. So yeah, and I'm running 3 copies of Arima. Now Arima acts like the terraforming for Lair Darkness. If I have no Lair Darkness in my hand, I can activate his effect to search out a Lair Darkness. So anyways, and I'm running 1 copy of Alice. Now Alice is one of the ladies of Lament. I think I have all of them. I have Lilith, Malice, Loris, and Alice at the same time. So it's kind of like a win-win for me. This deck won me a lot of lets me win some of the duels that I've been into. And I'm running 1 copy of Dimension Shifter. Now Dimension Shifter helps me against tier elements. So if I have no cards in my graveyard, I can just send it to the graveyard and prevent either of us from. If a card gets sent to the graveyard, it gets banished instead. And I'm running 2 copies of Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Now Lord of the Heavenly Prison helps me. Now Lord of the Prison special summon itself if I have it revealed or activate a trap face down. And I'm running 1 copy of the Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. If I have a dark monster that was distributed, I get to special summon this onto the field so it can provide me some protection. So anyways, guys, that's it. That's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, I'm running 3 copies of Super Polymerization. Now Super Polymerization is very useful against anyone for this deck. It helps me a lot to special summon any monsters from my extra deck if I meet the proper requirements. And I'm running 2 copies. I'm running 3 copies. Wait, I'm running 3 copies of Ties of the Brethren. Now, Ties of the Brethren is kind of like a it's kind of like the I think it's yeah. I gotta pay like 2,000 life points to special summon monsters in my deck, but I cannot special summon any monsters from my extra deck, and I also cannot go into the battle phase after that. So be very careful when using this card here. And I'm running 3 copies of the Fang and Critias. Now, Fang and Critias is one of those dragons that appeared in the Waking of the Dragons alongside Kaiba. Kaiba used this card here to special summon all sorts of dragons like Mirror Force Dragon, Doom Virus Dragon, Tyrant Burst Dragon, but I never seen him special summon Destruction Dragon. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, this one too. And I'm also running. And I'm running 2 copies of Lair of Darkness. Now, Lair of Darkness helps me. Wait, hold on. One of the Lair of Darkness cards is missing. So one of the Lair. Oh, there it is. I'm running 3 copies of Lair of Darkness. Lair of Darkness is like it turns all the monsters into dark. So I can use whatever resources that I have with this field spell here, and in the end phase, I gotta like special summon a torment token on my field or on his field. So that's it. So Lair of Darkness is perfect against those that uses a tier element deck or a Cash Tira deck. So yeah. Alright, you guys, that's it for the spells. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're running 2 copies of Crush Card Virus. Now Crush Card is one of those go-to cards that Kaiba used back in the Duelist Kingdom days. So I say that this is perfect for those against any Blue Eyes deck and any other stronger deck that I see out there. And I'm running 2 copies of Deck Devastation Virus. Now, Deck Devastation Virus is like a crush card for those that have 1,500 or less. So if I'm going against sprites, this virus card is perfect against sprites. And I'm running 2 copies of Eradicator. Eradicator Epidemic Virus is perfect against those that use a Labyrinth deck. Now Labyrinth relies heavily on traps. So if he sets all 5 of them onto the field, so for every 3 turns, I would declare a trap, and he have to send all traps onto the field and into the graveyard. So it should be effective against trap tricks. And I'm running 2 copies of Trap Trick. Now Trap Trick helps me search out what one of the traps that I want to set, but I gotta banish the same name into my banish area. And I'm running 1 copy of Skill Drain. Now Skill Drain is very useful against Cash Tiras. I got beaten by Cash Tiras a number of times. So Skill Drain is perfect against Cash Tiras. And oh yes, this deck is very heavy with traps. And I'm running 2 copies of the old school trap Mirror Force. Now I love Mirror Force. Now Mirror Force is one of my favorite cards, or one of my favorite game changers of all time. It's been used by many dueling fanatics for as long as I can remember. And I'm running 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. Now, Ice Dragon Prison helps me special summon monsters from my opponent's graveyard, but the monsters gotta match if you want to banish 2 of them. So be very careful. And I'm also, and last but not least, I'm running 2 copies of Ring of Destruction. Now, Ring of Destruction helps me inflict damage to both me and my opponent. So, if I have a clearing single dragon onto the field, I will use this effect to inflict 2,500 points of damage to both of us. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, that's it. That's it for the deck, guys. Let's get into the main. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're running 2 copies of. Where is it? I'm running 2 copies of Mirror Force Dragon. Now, Mirror Force Dragon is one of my favorite dragons of all time. I think Kaiba used it against someone in Waking of the Dragons. So I said to myself, why not I build a deck based on that? So yeah, and I'm running 1 copy of Star River Fusion Dragon. Now, Star River Fusion Dragon is one of my favorite dragons of all time. It also came from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. So it's perfect. So it's perfect against any strong base board. So if I use this effect, I get to destroy all special summon monsters off the field. And I'm running 1 copy of Predaplant Dragos Stapelia. If I have a fusion monster and a dark monster, I will use Super Polymerization to fuse into this monster here. And I'm running 1 copy of number 22 Zombie Stein. Now it's missing Garura. I'm trying my best to get that card as much as I can. But as soon as I get Garura, I'm gonna swap him out and put him in. I'm gonna swap Zombie Stein out, because Zombie Stein is one my strongest one of my strongest go-to monsters. And I'm running 2 copies of. And I'm running 1 copy of Mud Dragon. Now, Mud Dragon helps me change my attributes from water, either from fire, water, dark, light, whatever it is. And I'm running 1 copy of Doom Virus Dragon. Now, Doom Virus Dragon has that old school effect. Oh wait, better yet, back that up. I'm running 2 copies of Mud Dragon. I asked myself, why am I running 2 Mud Dragons? Now Mud Dragon is one of my favorite. Now, one of my go-to monsters of all time is Mud Dragon, because it helps me super poly into any monster with the same attribute, but it's gotta be different types though. It has to be the same attribute. So yeah. I'm running 1 copy of Doom Virus Dragon. Now, Doom Virus Dragon has that old school effect. So every monster that my opponent has 1,500 or more, they get destroyed. And I'm running 1 copy of Destruction Dragon. Now, Destruction Dragon is one of the new Fang and Critias monsters. If I want to fuse with my Ring of Destruction trap card. So if I get to tribute a monster on my opponent's side of the field, I get to tribute it, and then I get to inflict damage onto his life points. So yeah. I'm running 1 copy of Bulbasaur Dragon. Now, Bulbasaur Dragon is one of my strongest monsters. I'm swapping it out for Access Code Talker. Now, Access Code Talker is one of the most expensive cards that I have ever seen. I was hoping to buy it, but it's way too much money for me. And I'm running 1 copy of the Dark Charmer. Now, Dark Charmer helps me special summon monsters from my opponent's side, from my opponent's graveyard and onto my side, and then I can link it off for Nightmare Unicorn, which I'm about to show you later on today. And I got 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix to pop spells and traps. 1 copy of Nightmare Cerberus to destroy monsters on the field. 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn to bounce back cards back into this, and I'm running 1 copy of Beat Cop of the Underworld. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards in this extra deck max. So now B Cop helps me protect my Lair Darkness from being destroyed if I can control one patrol, if I put one patrol counter on it. So I can prevent it from being destroyed. Anyways, you guys, that's it. That's it for this deck profile here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. There's not gonna be any test plays today, but I just want to show you. I just want to show you guys the Lair Darkness deck that I usually use at my tournaments. So this deck won me some duels. You know, sometimes some of the deck profiles that you see online may help you win locals and other events. So I would say to myself, this deck is very useful to me. So anyways, guys, this is Bullfree 224 here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on all notifications on for any new videos here. And make sure to be YouTube members as well for early access to new and unreleased videos. And don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and name my channel online, Xbox Live, and PSN. Okay, guys? Oh, wait. Until the next video, you guys, stay connected. Peace!